Very pleased to announce that Justin Gaethje joins us now. Justin, thanks so much for your time here on Fox Sports. Now, we heard from your coach, Trevor Whitman, not too long ago that this is sort of your last run at the belt. So, Justin, at 37 now, can I ask how mentally different does this fight week feel relative to previous bouts?
It feels the exact same. Honestly, I mean, me and him have never really had that conversation. I think that's just where where he's at, because obviously this is not the beginning of the road. This is towards the end. But the fire is just as bright. I'm just as competitive. I feel amazing. After the physique fight, I knew I was going to have a big opportunity. Obviously I said I wanted to fight for the belt. I was gonna, not fight anymore. So I knew something big was coming. So I stayed in shape. I didn't get fat, didn't get out of shape. And honestly, I feel amazing. I've been living since that physique, I've been living right and training right, and I feel great. I don't feel 37. Obviously, I am 37. This has gone so fast, and I never really focused on how old I was getting. It was just day by day, fight by fight. But yeah, it feels the same. Cut weight, answer a lot of questions, and then the fun part, I get to fight.
100%. Justin, it's Rob here. And just on the back of that, mate, you have fought the who's who. You have had killer fights since you entered the game. Since you entered the UFC, you've had championship fights. You've been the interim champion. How do you build yourself up to do another championship camp, to get through that camp, to go into another championship fight with like a young, hungry guy like Paddy?
Yeah, I mean, it's really just nothing different. I love what I do. I love fighting. The feeling that I get when I fight is so special. I wish people got to feel what I'm going to feel on Saturday, without the danger. Obviously the danger is there for us, but the feeling that you feel, you feel so alive. And I have, the best coaches in the world. And, they put me through training camps. Every single day I show up, they got it on the whiteboard on what I'm doing today. And I just follow that plan. I just follow and work. And, ultimately I put 6, 8, 7, 8 weeks back together, and then I'm ready to go. Then I'm ready to fight. My body gets lean. I'm ready to go fight a 5-round fight. This is my 15th fight in the UFC. This is the 11th fight where I'll be the underdog.
Yeah.
And I'm 8-2 as an underdog.
That's crazy.
And so I love it. I love. Yeah, I mean, I fought the pinnacle in the sport, and in what I consider one of the most exciting weight classes in the sport. So many guys, and they all used to be younger, and now they all used to be older than me, and now they're all younger. But I've got through physique twice. And another young, hungry guy coming up who I consider has some amazing striking. But Paddy brings something a little bit different to the table. He's not as good as technical wise, he's not as good as a striker, but just as hungry, just as much momentum or more. And his grappling is very, very good. So since Charles Oliveira choked me out, I've dedicated a lot of time to jiu-jitsu and trying to understand the positions and defensive grappling. And, I'm very confident in my skills in that department now, but, I've still continued to refine my skills on the feet. And, my ability to create damage is second to none. My reaction time is still there. And I feel great. I think it's a great matchup. Can't wait to go out there and teach this kid a lesson. That's what I'm here for.
100%. And nobody understands hunger, like what that young hunger is, more so than you. And I don't think people get just how crazy your trajectory into this position here has been, because you have fought the who's who of the division, but they're not like quick wins. Like, they are fights. You fought Fiziev twice. That is never an easy fight. The sort of wars you're getting into.
No.
Again, it is absolutely remarkable that you can still go through these camps, because whilst you're fighting at the highest level with these killers of guys, exactly as you said, probably the most exciting division in the game, life is going on around you. You're 37 now. You weren't that when you came in. It's so unbelievable that you're able to still fire off at the highest level here.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, 2007, my dad dropped me off at the University of Northern Colorado. And, I just have the most amazing parents. And, the fact that the unconditional love, the unconditional support that they have given me and shown me through my whole life is something that I wish every child could experience. And I think it allows me to be so free. My family is so loving. So supportive, all my coaches. And I honestly, nothing has changed for me. I don't have kids. I've never been married. I've been committed to the game since I left high school in 2007. And I do want children. I want children, but I don't want children until I can be what my parents were for me. And so, I'm almost done with this ride. I think definitely by 2027, I will be done and I will be able to move on to those other parts of my life. I wish I would done what Rob did, having a whole family. But man, I just I haven't been able to do that. For one, I can't find a girl that I trust to have kids with. But outside that, I've been so committed to training, and I think that's a reason why I feel just as much hunger and just as much fire in me is because I'm still on the same path that I was when I was a little kid into college, and then when I started fighting on the regional scene, and it's all been the same. It's all just been crazy experiences. And like the adrenaline I get is I'm addicted to adrenaline, and this is the highest high and the lowest low. And so I'm chasing that feeling for myself. I'm chasing that feeling for my family, and I'm ready. I'm ready to walk into the fire.
I think your mentality with building your foundations to getting set up and like getting ready for that position to be the parents that you had for your own children is the right approach.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I was so lucky. I'm so lucky to have the parents I have. I wish everybody could experience that. And again, I want to be that for the children I have in the future. But right now, I'm so committed to being selfish. In these 12 weeks leading up to these fights, I got to really be selfish. I live alone, and it makes it easy to be disciplined and make the right choices. And like I said, after I fought the Zeeb, I knew this was coming, and so I just stayed on it, stayed in shape. Didn't take months off to golf. I stayed in the gym. I didn't spar because I think you need your head needs the break in between these fights. But yeah, I feel great.
Justin, well, it's great to hear you talk about your story like that. I guess while we're being reflective, can I ask, Justin, what, if you were to look back at your career, are you most proud of? What achievement stands out for you?
I wouldn't say it's one single achievement. Honestly, it's still being here. Coming in 2017, I fought Michael Johnson, number 5 in the world, and after I beat him, I was ranked number 5, and I have not fallen out of the top 5 since 2017. And that's through 14 fights. I have lost big fights. I've lost Khabib, Oliveira, Holloway. I think. And my first 2 losses to Poirier and Alvarez were able for me to make some changes and then understand that I'm fighting the best guys in the world. And you've been able to learn that there's different ways to do this. Be more technical, be smart, be more methodical. But ultimately, you're controlling range, you're controlling distance, and you're trying to catch them by surprise. The only way to put somebody to sleep is to catch them in between beats and by surprise. And so I've been working on those things. And again, I have the best coach in the world, Trevor Whitman, and luckily I'm very athletic. I got my dad's dense bones and very durable. So, I've been put to sleep once, Max Holloway. Before that, I'd never been put to sleep. I have 20 knockouts on my record out of my 26 wins. Very proud of that. But I wouldn't say it's one moment. I'd say it's just still being here and still being at the highest level.
Well, Justin, regardless of what takes place this weekend, you're a legend of the sport, and we can't wait to see what happens. Good luck to you, and we wish you all the best.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Enjoy the show.
For more exclusive access and the best boxing and UFC content, subscribe below to Main Event.